3, 4. E-L-O-E-J, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world at breakfast with Bob.
Thank you, Pacho Man. Welcome, everybody. Breakfast with Bob, our Nice World Championship edition. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by HOKA, Fly Human Fly, Master Spas, Precision Nutrition, Deboer Wetsuits, Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa, Stay Longer, Save More, and of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. We've now raised $191 million, sent out over 52,000 grants to keep challenged athletes in the game of life through sport. Our next guest, the first person to run under 240 at the Ironman World Championship, the first person to go under 8 hours at the Ironman World Championship. He's run a staggering total of 13 sub-240 marathons at iron distance races around the world. He's a 3-time Ironman World Champion from Germany. The great Patrick Lange joins us. Patrick, how you doing, buddy?
What an introduction! Hey, what an introduction! Thank you, buddy. I'm good. I'm currently at the training camp for Nice in St. Moritz, Switzerland. So altitude training camp. We're at 1,850 meters above sea level. So breathing some thin air to get fit and in shape for Nice this year. But watching your background kind of wants me to go back to Kona as soon as possible.
Next year we'll be doing that.
Yes.
It's training camp. Who are you training with other Nice contenders? Who are you training with?
So Andreas Alvesberg from Switzerland is a good training partner, is also under the same coach. But I'm here with my good friend Ross Welton from the UK, who is competing as an age grouper. And he is a great training companion, but also mainly big fun and good times. So we prepared last time for Kona in Texas together, and I think that's a good omen towards Nice, having him to train with me. And Julia's here, of course.
Yeah, and you're one of those guys who's done well, obviously, 3-time Ironman World Champion in winning those titles in Kona, but got second at Nice when the World Championship was there 2 years ago. Obviously, different training at altitude. The race has 8,000 feet of climbing. There's a lot of ups and downs. The downs are scary. There's a lot of road furniture out there. How do you change your training specifically for this Nice course?
As you said, it is a technical course, especially if you come over from the US. I think it makes a big difference if you know the course. So even if you get into the race to Nice, you should drive the course by car, because it is really, as you say, scary. Sometimes it's typical French backcountry roads. So you have a lot of speed bumps, a lot of sharp corners, and also some dangerous spots. So you want to know the course. And the training for me leading up to Nice, I think it gets more specific in a way that I prepare for the 8,000 feet of climbing. So I train a lot on the uphill sections, which is super good here in St. Moritz, but also in Salzburg in Austria, where we live. So we have a lot of mountains to climb, and that's definitely different to preparing for Kona, where you or where I go to Texas and spend time, tons of time in aero position, get my body used to a straight road out and back, and being also, my back is not the youngest anymore. So preparing my back to spend 4 hours in aero position. So that's I think the biggest difference between the training setups, build-ups.
So the fact that there was 6 years between winning and Kona, did you ever get the feeling like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to win here again? Right? That's a long gap, the longest gap I think ever for somebody to go from winning it and then winning it again 6 years later. Was there a point where you started thinking, well, I don't know, am I going to win this again?
100%. There are lots of ups and downs along the road, and obviously being put under pressure by younger athletes, you have to you have to kind of be able to go with the dynamics of the races. You need to get faster, and of course I also had points especially around COVID, I think, where it changed a lot, where I was like, okay, how will I be able to manage to keep up with these guys? And COVID gave a lot of room for thought as well, you know. So I had spent plenty of time thinking of what can I do different. Where is the science developing, and how can I just be part of this progress? And I think I took the right steps in the right direction. So I changed coaches to a more scientific background, coming from a really old school training. I'm in the sport now for 25 years. So having a bar during a 3-hour ride to fuel yourself a little bit was not cool back in the day. So we did a lot of fasted workouts, and to see now how the nutrition in training developed, and all the little details you're working on right now is mind blowing, and definitely changed a lot, and also mentally. Going through the process of developing and getting back to the mental state of I can do this again.
Right.
And
right.
To be honest, Nice helped me in that sense a lot. So because I always felt that once you stepped on the podium in Kona or in a World Championship, in an Ironman World Championship, you kind of qualified to go out and win the race. So I always felt before winning, you always have to step on the podium. And kind of COVID was for me some sort of a reset. And getting back on the podium in Nice gave me the confidence that I'm still like the top contender, and still in the absolute elite of the sport. And you know as good as I, the sport is so compact, and so the fight for the victory is so marginal. So if you can step on the podium, you definitely can win it. And that was this self-confidence boost that I really took into the preparations for 24, and helped me also mentally to overcome that kind of negative thought of, okay, you're older, and it's not getting any easier, and it doesn't get any easier to be surely not, but that was definitely like a clicking moment for me to feel okay.
Yeah,
I still got it.
And what's fascinating to me is how champions over the years, because people figure out the thing is, if Patrick's with us when we get off the bike, we're done. We got to get rid of this guy. So they attack, and I go back to Craig Alexander and Chris McCormick, basically getting everybody to attack Craig Alexander on the bike so that they would have a lead and he wouldn't be a factor. Well, then the champion comes back and figures, okay, I have to be there. I need to be fourth out of the water, which is what you were. I need to have the 14th fastest bike split, and I'm only 11th. I'm already one spot off the top 10 off the bike. So you're not back in 20 or 25th place. You're there. You had to change, right? You had to change who you were as an athlete, how you were identified to get back to winning. And that's always intriguing because you have a formula. You know how to win. Well, the formula has to change when the people get better and people attack. So,
and the experience, especially in Kona, that's what I felt. Making smart decisions, if you race the race for the 6th or 7th time, is much. It's not easy. It's never easy, but you're just able to make smarter decisions. And so I backed up a little bit in towards the end of the bike ride in Kona 24, and saved some energy because there was a lot of yo-yoing going on in the group. So I said, okay, let's just let them go for a little bit, not out of sight, but only to keep it steady for the last 20 kilometers or so. And I think those small, smart decisions comes with experience, and also helped me a lot.
Yeah, because you learn not to burn matches when you don't need to burn matches.
Yeah, Energy Lab is coming for you.
Energy Lab is coming for you, yes. And so what we've seen, Sam Laidlow, if you look at the last number of years, he's always, first off the bike. He's going to be there. And we've seen that in Roth as well. Mm-hmm. When you saw that obviously he was going to be first off the bike in Nice 2 years ago, because he's got a reputation, sometimes he's able to hold on and sometimes he isn't. Does that come into your mind? It's like, Sam's up there and he's got a big lead, but you never know. He could blow, or I can't do anything about what he does. All I need to do is run my race, get off the bike and see how close I can get and make him run fast.
That's the plan. Surely you cannot control what other athletes do. You can certainly put them under pressure if you extract your best performance. And I think that's what I did in 24 by swimming fast and being there with the top guys and putting the pressure on. Right before we started the bike, actually, and that definitely helped a lot. And watching Sam develop over the years is pretty impressive. So of course he blew up a couple of times, but he tried and he found out where his limits are, and I think he gets more and more stable. And it's to me it's impressive. His race in Roth was really well executed and showed a big piece of maturity, I think. Yeah. So he was holding back on the bike, which I kind of not really expected of him. So that shows that he also learned how to play it smart and got the job done on the run. So actually, you have to watch out for this guy. He knows how to win the race in Nice. So he will try his best, and I do not expect him to blow up, especially not in front of his home crowd.
Exactly. What's so funny is when I was watching him at Roth and thinking, this guy is so mature. Look at how he's just staying in that second group. He's fine there. He's going to try to win this race on the run. And then when I talked to him, he said, I thought I was leading. I thought I never saw. I came out of the water and I thought I was leading, and I came off the bike and I thought I was leading. I said, you're 50 seconds back. How do you not know that? He said when he was on the run, he thought the guy had cut the course. and he was going to tell the official. The guy cut the course. So I was giving him all this credit for winning a race a different way. He thought he was leading the whole time. But it was the fact that when he did figure out he wasn't, he was able to run his way to the win, which was impressive. So it's...
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I love what's happening out there as a guy who's obviously a fan of the sport, seeing all these young kids come in who are coming into the sport younger. They're coming into the long distance younger, and seeing that they're all swimming, 47, 48, and they're all riding 4 hours and they're all running like around 240. The fact that as a fan of the sport, you must love seeing that the competition is getting better and better.
Sure. Everybody does. I think if you look at the top male contenders, they're really close together, and I really expect a close race in Nice. And I'm sure we will do our best not to get let them go for I don't know how much it was, like 10, 12 minutes 2023. Yeah. So we will be there and we will be prepared, and I hope we learned the lessons from 23 and make it a little bit harder for him this time.
So last year, when I look at you were freezing in Oceanside. This is actually going back to 24. Freezing in Oceanside, kicked in the ribs in Roth, panic attack, European champs, and when you have those type of sort of negative experiences, to maintain confidence going into the biggest race of the year, coming into Kona when you haven't had your season, it reflects back to the days of, the Dave Scott days where it didn't really matter what you did during the season. All that mattered was October. October was what mattered. This year it's September, right? So the season leading in is okay. You got to validate. That's what you got to do. Everything else really doesn't matter. For someone like yourself who's 38 years old, and what matters is the big wins, right? Those are the big races and the big wins. That's where Patrick Lange is going to focus on.
But on the other hand, you forgot that I won the race in Texas. That gave me definitely confidence. Yeah. So it was not a bad season by any means. I won in Texas. I won in Kona. So I had of course, 70.3 is just not my distance, especially like with all those Olympic distance guys coming in and super. The top end speed is not my best. Part, and freezing weather is also not really good for me. This is why I love to come to Kona, actually. So it's never a straight road to success. So that's what I always felt like in every year that I have won. There were always situations that were trying to break my confidence and makes it even harder. So in 2017, for example, I had a broken foot. I couldn't run for 3 months. And 2018, I had really also a rough season. Every Kona champion, I think, will agree if I say that the year after your first victory is so different. You come to every place and you're the Kona champion, and it's just hard to deal with it. It's a lot of pressure, outside pressure, and. For me, I always like to look at the history. And for example, when Greg Alexander won, I think it was his
third one.
Was it the third one or the first one?
Of 2007.
He had a cuff for at least 3 months, so he couldn't train. Yeah, he couldn't train, and those stories really motivated me. So. as you said, it really comes down to what happens in October. This is the race where it's make or break, or this year is September. But yeah, I think looking a little bit into the history of the sport and getting inspiration from other athletes across other sports is really helping me to stay focused and believing in yourself.
So of your 13 sub 240 marathons at Iron Distance events, 2 of those have been 2:30:31 at Israel and 2:30:27 at Roth. I mean, pretty soon it's going to be 2:26, 2:27. You know that's coming. Do you feel that's still in you, that you can at one of these world championships? I mean, what did you run at Hawaii in 2024, 2:37? You've gone. You know that you can go faster. What I love in watching you race last year, there was a joy in the way you were on the bike attacking, going up Palani. I mean, it was just like you were like a young kid again, just going, "This is awesome. I'm out here racing on the bike." People are just thinking, Patrick, we'll see him in a run, but we don't have to worry about him until then. It's like, what the hell's Patrick doing up here? You surprised a ton of people because you're out of the water fourth and you were attacking going up Palani. We're talking, 10 miles into a 112-mile bike ride. You're out of the saddle, hammering up this hill. It was a change. It is a change in the approach, but just a change in, I think, the whole mental side of Patrick Lange was different.
Yeah, exactly.
The joy there, don't you think?
Yeah, confidence. I think I also took the tough decision to change coaches middle of the season. And that definitely helped me because we definitely changed the bike training towards specificity in this race. And we had a really, really good briefing. So I knew exactly weeks out before the race. I had it in my mind and I had a race plan in my mind. So constantly I was playing this positive movie of Kona and attacking on Palani was one part of it. So I really created positive visuals in my mind and executed it exactly like I wanted. So it really played out to perfection for me. Yeah,
exactly. What would it mean to you to get your 4th Ironman World Championship title? That puts you in some rare air. You got Dave and Mark sitting at 6 and a number of folks at 3, but 4 would be pretty sweet.
I mean, having 3 is also a really elite group of amazing athletes. I think it's only 4 athletes. So I'm really proud of having achieved this and feeling really proud and it makes me really happy. But of course, you said it. Winning the 4th title would put me one step closer to those 2 absolute legends of the sport. So it would definitely mean a lot and would be amazing. But it's a hard piece of work, and I try to prepare as best as I can. And we will see. It would be amazing, that's for sure.
Your training for this year's Nice, last time you got 2nd. It's hard to do much better than that. Are you training that much differently this time for Nice than you were 2 years ago?
Not much. I think if you look at the details, yes, but I think the overall training structure is kind of the same. We did the altitude camp before, so I think also if you had a really successful race, of course, you take the training and the planning leading into this race as a kind of a blueprint, and just see, okay, what can we do? Maybe change a little bit, and like just put some more precision in, and you only change details. So it is in big parts. It's I would say it's similar, but the details change, and I think we all know what matters is in the detail.
Love it. Well, Patrick, best of luck with your training. Always such a treat to get to catch up with you. I love when I was adding up all these sub 240 marathons. I'm like, oh my God, 13. And
I didn't even know that I already finished 13 Ironmans.
I didn't add up all your Ironmans, but that's 13 where you're sub 240. Who's I interviewing Joe Skipper, and I'm like, you realize you've done 40 Ironmans? He's like, wait, what?
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, wait. 40?
And he's 2 years younger than I am.
Oh my God. That's
crazy.
That is a lot of Ironman. Yeah. I think you've kept yours fairly to a minimum. In most years you were doing
two
some
to
years
three,
but
yeah. I tried to focus on the big ones. So
what a career. What a career you had. And that's not even including your first and couple seconds at Challenge Roth. Those are Challenge Roth and Ironman World Championship. Those, to me, those are the most important races in the world. And
I agree. 100%. 100%.
How hard was it for you to watch Roth this year and not race it?
I was really nervous going there and watching the guys start. So I really was curious how it feels. And of course, we talked about it. I did so many races, and to go there and feel the excitement and feel goosebumps, really, like, it just ensured of me that I'm, this fire is still burning. So I was really like, okay, let's give me a wetsuit and bring me in the water. I want to, I want to go out there and want to be part of the fight. It's like, but it was good. I think the last time I watched an Ironman from the sidelines was in 2013. Maybe when I was in Kona to watch the race. So I had the same feeling. Really, like, okay, get me into the race, and so it was good. It was really, really good for me, it was great to watch.
When you watched it back then, when 13 was Freddie Van Lierde and Marina Carfrae winning, when you watched it, did you get the feeling, I want to do this, man? This is...
100%.
Yeah, you
100%.
Knew
so
that thing was, this is hot, this is windy, this is something I could embrace.
It's special, this is what I felt like. The race is one side of the medal, but the island, the vibe, the energy, the magic, we took the time and experienced the whole island. So we traveled all around. We rode up Mauna Kea. We got to Volcano National Park. So we did the whole tourist program. Yeah. So for me, I got to get to know the island and really got to know what it's all about. We swam with dolphins. So it was just a really welcoming experience for me. And those two things really made me believe that this is kind of my race. So I felt that this is where I kind of belong and this is where I want to perform. And my whole my whole mentality of racing changed back in this day, and I really was 100% sure that this is the race I want to be part of. Yes. Not necessarily thinking, okay, I want to win it and putting the pressure on of winning, but just it felt right to follow this goal of being on the island and being in sync with the energy and trying to be the best version of myself right there.
One of my favorite things that you did last year is we do our championship edition of Four Seasons, and their bakery chef makes this chocolate sculpture, right? It's a sculpture. Yeah. And you took that to the volunteer party, right?
Yeah, they loved it.
I'm sure they loved it. So here's the champion bringing his sculpture to the volunteer party on Monday night. Yeah. Having a champion go there is one thing, and then to bring that and share that with people. And I mean, really, none of these races would happen without the volunteers and all the support of the cities. And you're one of those guys who gets that. And that had to be pretty fun, being there at the volunteer party. And
wow.
Yeah, right.
I felt like a rock star, to be honest. It was mind blowing. The energy that every single one of the volunteers had. I mean, I raced 2 days before, was super tired, but they have been out there the whole day, standing in the sun and giving every single each of those athletes positive energy. And they were still pumped and so energetic. It was mind blowing. It's amazing, and I think we cannot be grateful enough to be on this island and racing there. And after the 22 experiment, I really enjoy that Ironman is taking the in my mind right steps to a great future, with a lot of respect for the locals, with a lot of just feeling and being We want the event back on the Big Island, and we want it to work for everybody. We want the island not to be. And you have to be in sync with the locals, with the energy, with everything. And I think Ironman's doing a great job in renewing this and it's great.
Patrick, thank you as always for taking so much time. You are such a great ambassador for the sport. I can't wait to watch what you do at Nice, and then we'll be back together in Kona next October, which will be awesome to get both the men and women racing together. One day, Ironman World Championship, the way it was meant to be. So such a treat. Have yourself a great training base, a great training camp, and we'll see you hopefully back on top of the top of the podium in Nice in a few weeks.
Thanks, mate. I'm hoping the same, and you can be sure I will put in the work now.
I know it. Patrick Lange has been our guest again. Breakfast with Bob, our Nice Championship edition. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. See ya.